Good morning, guys. It's Wednesday, it's hump day, and we are here live at 7 a.m. to bring you your full body workout. So all you need today is your chair and your kettlebell or equivalents. So it can be a coffee table, it can be a bag of books, whatever. Actually, books is pretty apt because the kids are going back to school tomorrow. I don't know where you are, but the kids are going back to school tomorrow and the day after here. Good morning, Nick. How are we? So, guys, yeah, let's get ourselves sorted. Let's get ourselves back into that routine. Hate to say it, post-summer routine, but hey, look, it's all cyclical. So, like I said, get yourself a couple of seconds. Just give your space, get your kit. We're going to let a few more people come online. Say hello when you come online. Well, say hello, because obviously you can't hear me if I say hello when you come online. And let us know where you are. If you're watching this on record, give us a comment below, before, during, or after, with any questions, or just to say hi. Let us know how you got on. Always love the feedback. And we will get going in about 20-30 seconds. Just give everyone a chance to get on, get set, and we'll get mobile. All right. So we're going to be working on 50 seconds work today, followed by 10 seconds breather. 50 seconds work, followed by 10 seconds breather, and we'll be going for 16 minutes. You get that extra 1 minute for free, fit by 15. Okay, so we're going to start with some Russian baby makers. Feet shoulder width, toes turned out, unlock the hips, drop into your squat. At the bottom of your squat, push your knees out with your elbows, hook your fingers under your toes, and then let's raise those hips nice and high. Get a nice stretch across the lower back and into the hamstrings, and then sit yourself down into that squat again. Push those knees out aggressively. Keep the feet flat on the floor, and then raise the hips high again. Keep that going. Every 3 seconds or so, we change between the squat and the hip stretch nice and high into the hamstrings. And I like to shift my weight left and right when I'm up high in order to exaggerate the stretch on one side more than the other. We've got to make sure our posterior, that's the back of the body, is nice and warm and mobile, because the first exercise we're going to go into today is swings. I like to always start with something we know, kind of in the comfort zone, and then gradually get ourselves out of the comfort zone as the session progresses. Okay, best breakdancing move, onto your back, knees bent, feet flat, drive those hips into the sky, pushing through the heels of your feet. You're gonna get a little stretch on the quads, on the hip flexors on the top of this, but primarily what we're looking for is hamstrings being worked on the way up and down, and the glutes getting tense at the top. So we're going to get full body session in today. You're going to have the heart rate high. You're going to be sweating. You might even swear. Okay, let's get one leg off the floor. Try not to swing that leg as you come up off the floor. Try and just hang it up there in the air, because if you swing it, you generate momentum. Momentum takes pressure off the glute that's working, and that's not what we're looking for. Okay, change legs. We're looking for the butt cheek to be contracted at the top, and the hamstrings working on the way up and down. Change legs again, one more time each side. Every 4 to 5 reps we change. Okay, let's change last time. It's always important to get the posterior working, the glutes firing. Okay, so from there, we're now going to go crucifix with the arms on the floor. You're going to keep your feet and your knees together. You're going to have your knees bent at 90 degrees, and we're just going to rotate left and right, but maintain contact with the shoulder blades on the floor at all times. Nice and slow. We're just trying to bring as much of a twist into that back, into that spine as possible. You might get a few clicks and cracks. That's all good. And remember to breathe, control, and let the stretch get the full range. Okay, so from there, we're now going to flip right into the high plank. So 2 hands on the floor, be underneath your shoulders. Bring your left foot forward. You can drop your right knee to the floor. Get a nice stretch on that left hamstring, but also on the right hip flexor. And then we're going to rotate up over that front leg, twist through the shoulder blades, back down, and then change other side. Hamstring stretch, hip flexor stretch, and then a nice rotation on the T-spine. And we change again, keep changing every 3 to 4 seconds. Open up that torso as much as you can. So every exercise we're going to do it twice. So we're going to work in couplets. So we're going to have 2 exercises, one after the next, superset it. And we're going to do 2 rounds on each. We got 4 supersets to get through today. Okay, up we get. Onto your feet hip width. We're going to go into lunges, big stride, drop that knee to the floor, squeeze the abs, push through the sole of that front foot to come back up tall. So it's all about using the whole surface area of the sole of that foot to get yourself back up tall. Same with the likes of push-ups. Whenever you're squatting, use as much of the surface area of your foot or hand as possible in order to transfer that energy efficiently into the floor. When you do that, you use the most out of the muscle and you get the best return on your training. All right, so get your kettlebell nearby. We're going to be going into 50 seconds worth of swings. We're going to start with 2 hands and then listen for the calls to change halfway, switching hands, playing around with it. Okay, 7 seconds into swings. 5, 4, grab your bell. 3, 2, 1, and let's swing. So remember, with our swings, guys, we want to drive through the soles of the feet, keep the shoulder blades pinned back at all times, and then squeeze those abs at the top. Now, the ab squeeze at the top is so important because it stops you from hyperextending your lower back. That means pushing your hips too far forward. As soon as you're upright, you need to squeeze those abs to lock your position into the upright and not let your hips shoot across the room. We got 20 seconds left. That's it, nice work. So in 12 seconds, we get a 10-second breather, and then we're gonna go into split squat. And we're gonna hold that bell in front of the thigh on the rear leg and rest. So we're gonna keep that bell in the right hand now. We're gonna put our feet on train tracks. We're gonna kick our right leg back, and we're gonna drop our knee to the floor. Let's go. Drop to the floor and up. So I'm gonna try and stay with this for 25 seconds, and then a quick change at the 25-second mark for the other side. So it's a big inhale as we drop, big exit as we push through the sole of that front foot. We don't drive forward, we drop straight down and up. And that's your halfway mark. Change hands, change feet, off we go. So I've now got the bell on my left hand, in front of my left thigh. I'm dropping my knee as low as I can to the floor. I'm pushing through the sole of that front foot to come up tall again. And remember your scaling options. You can always remove or reduce the weight and focus on the movement pattern. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. 6 seconds, we're into our second and our last set of swings. And let's swing. So now, if you're comfortable with the swing and your technique is not affected, try it with single hand. I'm alternating between left and right. You can stay with 2 hands, but just remember, those abs have got to be tight at the top. Shoulder blades have got to be pinned, and the soles of the feet have got to be driving into the floor. That's the halfway mark, 25 to go. We got 15 seconds. 10 seconds to go. Keeping it simple today, full body effective. 3, 2, 1, rest. Okay, we're going into our second and last of our split squat. So let's get that bell in front of the right thigh, left foot in front, drop the knee, and up we come. So I'm focusing on keeping the shoulder blades back, the chest out, and I'm dropping straight down and straight up. I'm not driving forward as I go down, and I'm keeping the whole sole of that left foot in front on the floor. Oh, it's getting tough now. And that's the halfway. Change hands, change feet. And it's only a 1 second change. There's no need to go for a walk or shake it out. So after this, we're going to be going into push-up to kettlebell tap. So we're going to do 1 push-up, chest on floor, and then a tap with each hand on the bell, which is arm's length in front. 3, 2, 1, rest. Bell is on the floor. Get yourself down into a push-up behind it. Knees or no knees, it's up to you. Every push-up equals 2 taps on the bell. Let's go. Chest on floor, up, tap, tap. Chest on floor, up, tap, tap. If you're tapping the bell, your knees should not be on the floor. If you're struggling with the knees off the floor, then put them back down there. But ultimately, try it without the knees on the taps. I'm not going to argue with you if you need to use your knees on the push-up. Squeeze those abs. We don't want to swing those hips. In 12 seconds, we're up. We're going to get that bell on our right shoulder, and we're going to have our left foot on the chair behind us. Rear elevated split squat. And rest. Up. We got our chair. We're going to put our left foot on the chair. Bell on your right shoulder. 3, 2, 1. Let's drop. So again, we are using the front foot to push ourselves back up. This time the bell is up high above it. Dropping straight down. Big inhale as we drop down. Big exhale, squeeze on the abs as you come up. 7 seconds, we're going to change hands and feet. Quick as you can when you do it. 2, 1. Change hands, change feet. Off we go. And remember, scaling. Reduce the weight. If that doesn't fix it, introduce a support. If that doesn't fix it, reduce the range of movement. That's how we make something applicable to every ability, every age group. 3, 2, 1, rest. Bell on the floor. Chest on floor, double tap. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. So remember, with your push-up, it's the whole palm of the hand. It's a big squeeze on the abs to get you away from the floor. Don't leave your hips behind. And then we don't swing those hips when we're raising the hand to touch the bell. Then those hands go back down directly beneath your shoulders. So if your hands are below your face or out in front, then they're not in under your shoulders. So concentrate on keeping them in, nice and close under the frame. 15 seconds. This is a toughie. Woo! Stay with me. 7 seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. Up. Bell on the right shoulder. Left foot on the chair behind you. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Nice work. So after this, the chair is still in play. We're going to go into single arm row with our hand on the chair and the bell in our right hand. Left hand on the chair, right hand on the bell. That's our halfway mark. Change and keep going. Shoulders burning. Woo! Slow, controlled, continuous movements, full range is key. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. And rest. Turn around. Bring the chair into a little bit more of a space because you're going to use it for stepovers after your single arm row. Left hand on chair. Stick the butt out. Let's pull with the right arm. So with this, I want you to really focus on the lat on the right side. That's that big wing of muscle on the back of your body. You're going to squeeze your abs because you don't want your body to rotate. You want to keep your shoulders parallel with the floor at all times. That's the halfway mark. Change hands. Don't go white knuckle on your grip. Just have enough of a closed hand to maintain control of that bell. 10 seconds. 7 seconds, and I'm going to put the bell under the chair out of the way, and I'm going to get lateral steps going. Okay, bell under the chair out of the way. Stand side on to your chair. You're going to step side on up and down the other side. With tempo. Let's go. Up, over, down, back. Up, over, down, and back. And if you need to put your hands on the back of that chair for stability and support, then do so. Keep your whole foot pushing down uniformly through the sole into the seat pan of the chair. 50 seconds at this tempo is going to get that heart rate pretty high. 20 seconds left. So after this, your challenge is to bring your heart rate and your breathing under control while you work through the single arm row. 7 seconds. It's your body, you tell it what to do. 3, 2, 1. Rest 10 seconds. Get your bell back out from under that chair. Hand on chair, hand on bell, shoulders back, chest out. Let's go. Whew. This is a lot more difficult now that the breathing is heavier. And then if you're me, try and add talking on top of that. And talking and making sense. That's even more difficult. 7 seconds and we're changing sides. The change is going to be as quick as you can. And change sides. After this, the bell goes back under the chair. And we're going back to our lateral stepovers. 12 seconds. Focus on the lat. 7 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bell under the chair. Stand to the side of that chair. 5 seconds. 3. Let's go. Woo! So after this, chair is going to get moved out of the way because you're going to get down into the high plank to one side of your working space. And then we're going to crawl laterally in the plank position across to one side of the room, and then a little bit of a burpee jump, and then back to the other side. Woo! Keep the kettlebell nearby, but just out of the way so you don't bang into it. We got 17 seconds left. 10 seconds. We're going into our last 2 exercises after this. 4 minutes and it's all over. 3, 2, 1. No chair. Get that chair out of here. Get into the high plank. And we're going to crawl across the room. Let's go. So we're going to crawl at least 1 to 2 meters, followed by chest on floor and a burpee, and then back to the high plank. Crawl laterally back. And just like we talked about with our push-ups, those hands stay beneath the shoulders. They don't go out in front of the face, because then you're not using your abs too much, and you're putting undue stress on your shoulders. 18 seconds. Then we're going back to that bell, and we're going to go into a chainsaw row. That's where we put our elbow on our knee, and we start the lawnmower with the other arm. And rest. Get your bell in your right hand. Feet nice and wide. Left elbow on left knee. And let's pull that bell into the armpit. Give me that gorilla back. Shoulders back. Chest out. Nice. Straight back. And we're focusing on the lat. And you can rotate the wrist any way you like. But that pull is coming from the lat. 6 seconds, we're going to change sides. And change sides now. Remember the gorilla back. Shoulders back, chest out. Exaggerate. Ooh, ooh. We're going to go into our lateral crawl with a burpee after this. And then the next time you find yourself on this chainsaw row, it's your last exercise. Last round for today. And rest. Oh, I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to keep that bell in the middle of the room. And I'm going to high plank walk over it. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Lateral crawl across over the bell. And then your burpee. And then we set ourselves up again, high plank, and walk back. Remember those hands. They stay under your shoulders, not under your face or further out. 28 seconds. Keep moving. It's a plank first, then it's a lateral crawl second, and then it's a delicious burpee third. 10 seconds. Going into chainsaw row after this. Rest. Up. Chainsaw row to finish. Left elbow on left knee, feet wide. 3. And let's pull. This is the last 50 seconds. 25 right, 25 left. Keep focusing on that lat. Have the correct tempo dialed in for your technique. 5 seconds to the change. 3, 2, 1. Change and go. Nice work. We got 15 seconds left. Stay with me. Keep checking your posture. Keep checking your technique. Keeping those abs tight. 5 seconds. And rest. Woo! Well done. Oh man. Okay. How are we feeling? Give us a little comment. Give out to me if you need to. Just let my breathing come down a little bit. Get that reminder off my screen. Nice work, guys. Good session today. Set you up for the rest of the day. Give you a nice platform to work from. So a nice little bit of 20 minutes to half an hour worth of cardio will do well with this. If you're still with me, let's get into a passive hang. Feet nice and wide. Soften those knees. Stick the butt out. Drop those hands to the floor. And with every exhale, you're going to relax from the heels up through the back of the legs, across the glutes into the lower back into shoulder blades releasing shoulder sockets. And breathe, sink. Don't ever push into the stretch. Be passive. Woo. You might feel a little dizzy. That's all right. Don't freak out. We're all friends here. Breathe, breathe, breathe. In through nose, controlled. Out through mouth, controlled. And relaxed. Okay, so from there, we're going to turn our toes to the right, drop our left knee onto the floor. 2 hands or 2 elbows on that knee. And tip that knee forward. Relax your shoulder blades. Emphasis is primarily on the hip flexor on the lower leg. You might get a little bit of hamstring and glute on the front leg. Sweaty one. Sweaty face emoji. Yep. You said it. I got it dripping off my nose here. I always find when I finish a session like that, then the body kind of goes, okay, now it's time to sweat. Don't sweat too much during. But then afterwards, it's like someone opens the floodgates for about 10 minutes. Okay, and let's switch other side. So your heart rate should be coming down now. Should be coming down now. But it's not going to reach resting fully for about probably another 45 minutes to an hour. So technically you're still burning calories at a higher rate until it comes back down to your resting level. That's called the afterburn. And that's one little bonus from doing a high tempo fit by 15 session. Technically, you're still burning calories for about 45 minutes to an hour, as opposed to just the 15 minutes. Okay, up we get. Take a big breath in through the nose. Hold it for a second and release it out the mouth. So, well done guys for those of you who are here live. For those of you who are watching it on record, give us a little comment, a like, a tag, a share. Tell all your friends. And we will see you live on Saturday morning, 9 a.m. Till then guys, have a good one.